So, what are the key factors that contribute to the success of development and deployment of AI products?
Okay, so again, ensuring the successful development and deployment of AI products, that requires a combination of adaptivity on the one hand, together with strategic planning. And to do that successfully and over time, it involves several key factors, but basically, in my opinion, they all revolve around data-driven practices in every decision making. And the Greek philosopher Socrates said that understanding a question is half an answer. So
Right.
at the very basic, ask the right questions. Understand the problem, the pain point that you need to address to deliver impact and value to your target audience. Um, I'll give an example. When Oddity was founded, the traditional beauty market was under the assumptions that users did not transition to shop online simply because they prefer to buy such products in store and consult with a beauty assistant in person. But Oddity's founders, they asked the right questions. Why? Why do users purchase makeup in physical stores? And addressing the core of the pain point, just to figure out that it was not even a choice. The users felt there is no alternative to match, for example, the exact shade of your own skin tone without trying the foundation first in store. And
Right.
it was not that they did not prefer to buy online, they simply did not have a viable alternative. So unlocking that, developing the technology to solve that pain point made Oddity's first brand, Il Maquiage, as massive as it is today. So
Yeah.
really important to understand the core of the
Yeah.
pain point.
What you're saying is touching my heart because I come from design and product, right? And most people, when they think about AI, they think about these like AI scientists coming and doing their stuff, right? But actually, the success is related to understanding the need, to understanding the user, to understanding
So true.
what we're going to build. And I think that even it's always related to technology. High tech is like 99% people come from technology, and more than that, in AI, it's like data and all of these like model building and all of that. It looks really complicated, and the statistics model and all of that. But actually, the core key factor is understanding the need. Afterwards, you need to solve it, and it's not easy to solve it. It's not that I'm underestimating the problem that needs to be solved, but you need to understand what you're doing, right? And most
Exactly.
people think like, yeah, we would use this technology and it's a buzzword, we'll get money.
Exactly. Not every technology is applicable to solve a specific problem in the best way. So the key is first to understand the problem. And asking the right question, as you said, is at the basis of a successful business, but it should also guide the day-to-day R&D decisions. When I interview, especially for team lead positions, one of the most important points for me are not necessarily the answer a candidate gives, is the questions they ask. Do they ask the right questions? Do they ask about the connection between the AI model performance and the business goal? Do they ask to be presented with relevant metric? And when presented with model performance, what are the follow-up questions that they ask to fully understand the implications? So again, ask the right question. This is number one. But secondly, you need to understand the metrics because when you're presented with figures, for example, something like we have an anomaly detection model and we are 98% accurate. We have 98% accuracy. Um, Question what the metric can and cannot reveal, what it means. I mean, if you have a test set of 100 users, among them two have anomaly behavior, and you have now a model that deterministically, no matter what, says there is no anomaly, what will be the accuracy you will receive on such a test set? What will it tell you? So again, what the metric can and cannot reveal. And if we'll take
Yeah.
an analogy to business KPIs, you do not only consider net profits on its own, you consider that alongside with sales revenue. So assessing AI models, that requires asking the right questions and understanding the comprehensive picture, and that can only be conveyed by multiple metrics.
Yeah. And I think that correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that the way an AI startup is different than usual startups, that you have code and you have product and you have UX, and it's like working together in different way, because today someone who comes from understanding the product or from the UX need to ask different question and to get different answers from the AI team and from the data analyst or the data scientist, whoever. It's like a new way of working together.
True, they definitely need to understand each other's language, and a lot of that comes from conversational numbers. You know, you talk about metrics all the time in order to understand and align expectations. So you really need to understand that language and understand what it can and cannot reveal. And not only select the right metric, that is crucial, but equally important is choosing the appropriate test set of measurement. This is often overlooked by product teams and stakeholders. I mean, yes, early alignment on metrics during the research phase, it's super important, but must be complemented by a comprehensive understanding of the target audience and the distribution of expected input data, creating test sets that reflect the diversity of user segments and considering factors, even technical factors, for example, in computer vision, like camera models or user attributes such as age, and all of that just provides a more accurate prediction of the overall performance that you could expect and just ensures the AI model's relevance to the actual intended audience. So when presented with figures, ask the right question. How was that measured? Was it tested on relevant data that reflects your actual audience? Do those metrics reflect the actual impact on business? So basically, to
Yeah.
conclude, ask the right questions, identify your pain point that you need to address, know your numbers, understand the metrics, and use several metrics to reveal the full picture, and know your audience and make sure to measure your model with relevant test sets as possible. And those are essential for successful AI product development and deployment processes.
Yeah.